Annabelle and Jeff, you were talking about venturing into this world of live streaming, and when you arrived tonight, you handed me this. I'm going to show you this. This is it's MTND Mixtape 1, and what it is a USB stick, but it's into this plastic cassette here. So this is very interesting. What is your guys' role in between the artist and the audience?
I would say we're positioning ourselves probably in a similar spot, but sort of looking at the landscape of what's out there as far as what people want and what technology is available. My background is technology as a web developer, programmer, so as a music fan, always feeling frustrated at why is there this disconnect where the technology seems to leap this much farther forward, but music sort of seems to be lagging behind. There's a lot of reasons commercially and all that for it. But so we sort of decided, well, okay, let's set up something where we start trying to connect those dots, where we can use what we know to help with other people that want to get that stuff out there, and that can be artists and labels and everyone. So we are middle people as well. We see ourselves as facilitators to help other people achieve what they're trying to do.
And I also think, we're experimenting as well. I mean, we don't have any background in the music industry, and we're learning as we go along. And it's trying out things like trying a USB stick and seeing people say, oh yeah, I'll pay some money for that, and that's going to the artists, and doing live stream and trying all these opportunities to say there must be ways to actually create revenue streams for artists so that they can be making a living doing off what they love. Ultimately, that's what we're trying to find is, some of those kind of secrets that must be out there on the internet, and finding ways to get that out there for artists.
Well, I think, and it is, a long time people said, oh, well, digital isn't working. But a lot of what was set up was inconvenient or hard to get to. I saw a comment the other day which said, why is piracy rampant, basically, and it can be movies or it can be music, and it sort of had this one where it was, okay, rip the DVD, listen to the DVD. It was a two-step process. And if you're renting the movie, it was basically this 12-panel, 3x4 panel thing of can't skip the menu, gotta look at the FBI warning, oh, now I've got another trailer that I have to watch, can't skip. And then going, oh, why aren't people buying this? And it's because you have to create an experience that doesn't frustrate people. And so they'll be willing to pay for it once you sort of set up that convenient service. That's my belief anyway. Just use the technology as best it can be. And I think if you look at software, games, they're probably front line in this space. Music wasn't the first to get overtaken by this digital revolution and the ease of sharing online. And they figured out ways of, okay, how do we capture what we consider to be our customer base to keep them happy? And let's create social media around that, and let's create reward systems, and let's make it so that if they lose the copy of the thing, they can actually download it later, so they've always got it. And just strategies like that, which I think needs to move into the music space.
So musicians approach you guys, and you look at their product, and you find different ways that might generate revenue.
Well, we sort of ask them what they're trying to achieve, because sometimes it might be promotional, like let's just get the word out, and sometimes it might be let's try to sell this.
Right.
So we go, okay, there's different strategies for that stuff. So sometimes, that's why we were talking about the Arcade Fire example earlier, and I look at that as great, because you look at Merge and Indie Label, and this is their first #1 Billboard. And they're an independent label, and they're hooked up with Arcade Fire, and both are working together. But they're also using basically the full power of the internet to push and promote. So ages ago, they were pre-releasing singles off of that and building that early buzz around it, and then building up towards a live stream. And then they did an interactive live stream where I was sitting there watching it, and I would have gladly paid money for it, but it was free. And I got to see people from all over the world just, wow, this is amazing. And then at the same time, oh, there's a button over here, and I can click it. And if my credit card's already in iTunes, I'm probably going to get it in about one click. And it was about creating that sort of immediate, let's create the experience online, and let's create the sale online.
Okay.
And if you feel like you're enjoying it. It's not complex, it's not okay, now I'm going to enter this 10-stage process where they want my firstborn, and fill out 100 forms to get it, and I'm probably going to pay out about half approved.
So MusichYPe, you guys are, you know, you're trying to do quite a sort of serious, professional kind of undertaking there. I get that sense. There's a picture of 6 of you on the website.
Yeah.
How are you going to separate out MusichYPe from all the other sites out there that are delivering music in some shape or form?
I mean, I think we're sort of, we take the fan perspective on it and really say, when we came up with the idea, we were really looking at everything that was happening out there, and we're like, there's a million things going on, there's all this music, there's so much out there, there's almost too much information now, and it's about looking at how do you filter that information, how do you find the people on the internet that you trust, so that you don't have to wade through everything that's out there. So I think part of it for us was saying, as a fan, you're already, you know, favoriting videos on YouTube, and you're talking about bands on Twitter. You're already doing this stuff online. So how could we create a place where we were pulling in all of that information in one central place, so that you could start to see patterns kind of emerging across all these networks that are out there and everything that's happening on the internet?